In today's lesson, you will learn the fundamentals of self-respect, how to create healthy relationship boundaries, and ways to practice self-love techniques while serving as an inspirational leader within your space. Do you want to know how to firmly establish yourself on your throne? Or better yet, do you have what it takes to protect your king or queendom? Find out more in today's episode.
Hello and welcome to the Omega Alpha Organization, your source for personal transformation. And here's today's host, Coach Andrew.
So I was just listening to someone say, if you're going to cheat on the woman, make sure you buy her own house and put her name on the deed, blah, blah, blah. And they continue to say that you might still be with her, but she's definitely not with you, even though she's living in the house that he bought her. So that lets me know in that statement that the woman is obviously doing her own thing, but reaping the benefits of her cheating husband. That was the scenario. So, my brain, the whole time she opened her mouth for that, everything that I quoted, except the blah, 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 because I wasn't even trying to hear the rest of what she had to say of what the justification was for that action. Let me tell you, when you cut the cord with someone or something, any form of attachments that come along with that entity that you cutting off, all that gotta go. It has to. Everything has to go. When you're cutting the cord, that means there's no more pictures, there's no more videos, there's no more furniture, there's no more house, whatever, anything legally. See, this is where marriage, if you try to marry for love, that's not why you marry. Because it's the reason why you have to go to the court to get it into a binding document is because it is a legal document, legally stating that your finances and everything are tied together, unless you get a prenup. But the prenup is still going to be signed by the court to say that this is a legitimate document, and whatever's written in that prenup is written in that prenup. But in this scenario, we don't know what the background is. We don't know. All we know is that we're faced with a situation of a cheating husband, in this case, and the wife is saying indirectly through the quote that I stated that I'm going to live in the house that you bought for me, because she stated that's what needs to happen. If you're going to cheat on me and I'm going to stay with you, you need to buy me my own house so that I can live and have my own space, and you can act like you with me, but you could do what you want to do on the other ends in the house that we lived in together. I hope you're following me. So now, once upon a time, I had that mentality. But because I learned the lessons and reaped the karmas, because you reap what you sow, and understood the karmas, right? Because there's a difference between reaping the karmas, you get up and then you hop right back into the cycle all over again. When you understand the karma, when you have an understanding of it, and you know why, who, what, when, where, and exactly the pinpoints, you ain't have to write it down. You just know, because when our Heavenly Father speaks to us, He speaks to us through those thoughts, images, and projections that only you will have an understanding of. So for someone who has gone through that cycle and made it out, right? Made it out. Because if you don't make it out, you will sink into a deep depression. You will. And the inner demons within you will eat you alive and project all the negative things in your life. And you become a total victim in your own world. A king or queen locked in his or her own dungeon. So for the person who has gotten out and hearing that statement lets me know that that's the ego talking. The ego that says that I'm so afraid to cut this cheating person off, right? Because I know they're cheating. But I'm so afraid of being with myself alone that I will tolerate the cheating or whatever the reason is, even if it's for a religious belief. Because there are some who are so true to their religion that they will not divorce. So what's the alternative? You better give me my own house. You better give me my own car. You stay on that side of the street and I'm on this side of the street. You get what I'm saying? Like, no. No. And so from me coming out of that type of darkness, because that's what I'm going to call it. It's the darkness. It's the shadow. It's where the ego lives. Because that's the ego. At the beginning, I said, if I'm going to cut this thing that's attached to me, this, I'm going to cut the cord. And when I cut the cord, anything attached to the belief of making me stay with that thing, all that's going to go with it. Do you understand? I'm cutting the cord of everything that's attached. I'm not going to continue to keep a connection that's draining me, that is toxic. Not for the sake of religion. See, when you get spiritual, you go beyond the religious part of what's in the physical, because being spiritual, there is no church. Your body is the church. Do you understand? Whatever the spirit is housed in, that's the church. You become the temple. But I just wanted to give that brief breakdown that, that was something that didn't sit well within my spirit being, because having to have learned the lessons that come with staying connected in the toxicity, my peace became my number one priority. My peace of mind. Because wherever my body goes, it doesn't matter where it goes, where it ends up. My peace of mind is everything. And so, even when you find yourself in the situation of solitude, whatever the circumstance is, if you find yourself in a situation of solitude, it is the peace in your mind that's going to give you the nourishing energy to keep you going. And at this point, it's self-love first before you love someone else. And what tends to happen is that when you pair up in a relationship, sometimes you can be so intertwined with the individual that you lose yourself within each other. That you end up sacrificing some of yourself for someone else instead of self-love first. Each individual giving themselves self-love, nourishing themselves, giving themselves that peace of mind. And once they gather that peace of mind and the strength, because remember I said, when you get that peace of mind, it nourishes the mind. It calms down all of those chaotic thoughts that are in the mental. And those chaotic thoughts that are in the mental no longer cause your body to have such an adrenaline rush, and to cause it to be under a stressful condition. And being stressed for the body means that it's going into survival mode. It's going to be self-preserving. Hence, you start gaining weight. Do you see the effects? So peace of mind is everything when it comes to making your sound decisions and nourishing the body physically, mentally, and emotionally. So anybody who comes within your kingdom to disrupt your peace, and you know who disrupts your peace, because those are the people who don't respect you. Those are the people who are breaking your boundaries. They're breaking the rules within your kingdom. If you have certain rules within your kingdom and that person comes and just does whatever they want to do with you, they don't respect you. Okay. Those are the ones that need to be out. Cut the cord, cut everything. Don't even worry about the labels. I'm not even trying to get to the labels, because anybody can be used against you. Anybody. The people who are for you, and they will be there. They will always be there. It don't even matter how long, when, what, because those people love unconditionally anyway. They love you unconditionally. But the person, in this case, the husband constantly cheating, that's constant disrespect right there. And therefore, you got to be exiled out of the kingdom. I'm sorry, but you got to go. And yes, I am sorry, because I do love you. I do. I truly do. But you got to go. You could go rebuild your kingdom elsewhere, because it will no longer be here. And if you are in a situation where you gotta leave yourself because you were the one who went up in their kingdom, stayed in their house, go rebuild your kingdom. Take that lesson and you learn and you set your boundaries, and moving forward you will be protected. Why? Because your peace of mind is everything. It's going to recharge you, and you're going to make it into the next day. And every day that you wake up, your spirits are a fighting chance to do something about it. And you rebuild your kingdom brick by brick, and you'll start to notice that other people will come and help you build your kingdom brick by brick, and those will be your loyal citizens within your kingdom, because they helped make your peace, and they look to you to lead your kingdom. I'm going to go ahead and end it right there. That's enough. I'm thankful and grateful for this opportunity, and I hope that this message was nourishing to the heart and mind of anyone who may be going through that type of situation or something similar. You could be going through it and you're not even married. That's an easy walk away. You get what I'm saying? That's an easy walk away. I don't have to file no paperwork, no nothing. I'm just boop, gone. But and I could sit and laugh because I've come from that obstacle, and I came to the understanding of the different trenches and holes that I dug for myself. Do you understand? I dug it myself. So anybody else who falls into those trenches that they dug for themselves, thinking that they was doing it for somebody else. No, it was for you. It was for you. I guarantee you'll know how to climb out. You will. So my job is not to tell you what the next step is. My job is to tell you to love yourself enough to say that it's time to reclaim your kingdom and your own personal power. That's what I'm here to tell you. If you need help with the next step, well, you know who to call. So that's all the time I have. Until then, much love and peace. And I hope to catch you in some other episodes.